All right, so we're about to share our top 3 favorite camping spots from 2023. These are epic spots with gorgeous views. Some of them are hard to get to, but we had a great time and we can't wait to share them.
Yeah, these sites are going to be focused out west of the United States and Canada because that's where we were. But sit back and enjoy, and let's check them out. All right, first up is Wait a Bit Creek. This is a nice little boondocking spot on rec land just north of Golden, British Columbia, in Canada. This is a great spot that we found on Canada's rec site. It's a good resource. Hopefully, I put a link to it in the description. But it was a great site because it came with a fire pit, it came with a picnic table, and obviously you can see for yourself great views just right on a creek. Little tough getting into as the roads are overgrown and definitely potholy. But of course, with our RV, with our Heartland Torque RV, we send it. You guys seen all the crazy spots we went into. So we sent it and got the beautiful site.
Yeah, and we have 2 people to spot. We have a teenager and myself, so it definitely helps backing in and out and through these crazy spots. The other reason that we love this campsite was the kids got to play in the creek the whole time we were there. So it was really nice. We had a Forest Service road we could drive down and see epic views of Canada. Everything about this campsite was quintessential British Columbia, Canadian Rockies. So it's everything kind of that you imagine it will be. So you really want to stay there also because it's proximity to the national parks nearby. You have Banff. You have really easy to Glacier National Park in Canada. It's only about 30-40 minutes from there. And then actually there's probably 5 other national parks that you can view and see within 30 minutes or an hour's drive. So we kind of set up camp there for a whole 2 weeks. It was pretty epic.
Absolutely. Close to town, about 30 minutes to Golden. So there was a dump station, there was water and fuel. So that was probably the only negative part about it, is because it was you're in so many trees that you are going to have to go get fuel for the generator. At least our solar system couldn't keep up with our daily usage. All right, next on the list is Stewarts Point on beautiful Lake Mead in Nevada. So this was a great spot out, kind of out there on the northern side of Lake Mead. Really easy to get in and out of. Not a lot of people. That's why it's on the list, because a lot of the places have become, consumed with boondockers and everybody and van lifers getting out there, which is great. This site was a little.
I think because it was further out, it was probably an hour outside of Vegas. We know that places closer to Vegas, actually near Lake Mead as well, get a lot more full. So I think because this one's further out, people move in and out for a couple of days at a time, but they're not staying as long as, say, we did for a week or 2. We loved that it was right outside of Valley of Fire State Park. Our favorite part of Vegas is probably Lake Mead and Valley of Fire State Park, and Red Rock Canyon. So getting outside of the city and doing things in nature is where it's at, if you ask us. But we also had a couple of days in the city, so it was nice because we were only 45 minutes or so away, so we got to do Hoover Dam and do the, quintessential Vegas things and still experience life outside of the city with dark night skies, plenty of stars, and gorgeous, stunning views of Lake Mead. When the sun would set, the rocks across the lake would light up pink and orange. It was beautiful.
As far as the, trying to get fuel and everything, at Echo Bay, which is about 15 minutes down the road, there was free dump station, free water, and then if you needed to, there's a gas station there you could fill up if you had a generator. Yeah, probably the only bad thing I have to say is it is a little bit further out, like Melissa was saying, so it is a little harder. We had to consolidate our adventure days at Hoover Dam and other places, Las Vegas, because it was further away. But other than that, it was perfect. All right, last but not least is one of our old favorites is Alabama Hills. So this has been our favorite for years now. So we wanted to go back there, made it a point to go back there. We weren't expecting what happened when we got there. It's been kind of regulated, heavily regulated, and shut down really. So when we first went there, it was a free-for-all. If you find a little corner, a little nook and cranny, it's yours. Set up shop, set up your RV, and go in. But this time they had designated sites and not a lot of them. As soon as I started seeing the signs, I was like, it's going to be okay. There's plenty of sites here. There really wasn't. We drove around for a few hours. I had actually a few business calls I had to make, which prolonged it. But it took us a while to find a spot. But the site we did find, it was beautiful, as you see.
Yeah, so it was epic. The first time we went, we found a spot, but it did take us a while because there were so many people camping out there. This time, there were very few. I would say they're down to 5 to 10 designated campsites now. An entire side of the road is shut down from camping. So it's really tough because if you drive all the way out there planning to have a spot there and then you can't find a spot, there isn't a lot of boondocking in the area. You're going to have to hop on the highway and head north into the eastern Sierras further to find another boondocking spot. So I would allot for time. Get there early. If you can't find a spot, choose a backup plan. It might be an hour up the road. But our favorite things to do were explore. First of all, the kids explore like it's a natural playground. It feels like Joshua Tree backed by Whitecap Mountains. It's epic. But you also have a cute little town called Lone Pine. Breakfast at the Lone Pine Cafe is amazing. And then take the drive up the Eastern Sierras. Find the huge pine trees. Go find the bristlecone pine forest, which is the oldest tree in the whole world. It's pretty epic. And then there's mountain lakes and endless hiking. You're going to love the Eastern Sierras. It felt like it was a lot more quiet than the other side of the mountains.
This doesn't come, for free at all. So if we're going to camp here, like I said, you got to be lucky on the spots. But also, you're going to be definitely conserving all your sewer and water, like not electricity, unless you're doing the off season like we did, where the sun went down pretty early. But sewer, water, really far away. But again, this is totally worth it because it's such epic scenery, and it's nice because the kids and us can just go outside, go on a hike, and be surrounded by this beautiful rock formation and beautiful views every day. So still 100% worth it if you can find a spot.
Okay, so to sum it up, you've got to get out there and check out these campsites. Get up to British Columbia anyway because the Canadian Rockies are epic, but if you do, try to camp at Wait a Bit Creek. Get down to Lake Mead. I can't believe we've been camping for 8 years and we never got out to Lake Mead. And then third, Alabama Hills. I don't know that we even mentioned that Alabama Hills is in California, but it is. It's in California, not Alabama. But you have to get out there and see these places. Your family's going to love it.
Make sure to get out there, start enjoying it. Make sure to tread lightly on these spots so they don't end up like Alabama Hills and too tightly controlled. And if you like this content, please like, subscribe, do all that kind of thing so we can start pumping out more content for you.
Absolutely. Thanks,
Bye.
guys.